Men in the West are being silenced. With the rise of modern-day feminism, more and more men find it difficult to speak their mind and truly express what they're feeling, all out of the fear of being labeled misogynist, sexist, or weak. In this video, I want to talk about how modern-day feminism is silencing men and why it is so dangerous that we are now silencing men in the West and around the world, and why this is actually leading to the destruction of our society, and why we as women should consciously decide to offer our men a space to express, a space to be vulnerable, a space to be heard. And this is a choice that we women can make consciously within our relationships, whether romantic, whether friends, or whether with family, and not have to turn to dangerous radicalized groups that hate women. We can help men be heard. My name is Marlene, and in my videos, I speak about masculine, feminine dynamic and the importance of rebalancing these dynamics and finding polarity within relationship and at a larger scale in global societal structures as well. If you find this an interesting topic and a topic that needs to be talked about more, please give me a like, a subscribe, and leave me a comment, and leave me ideas about topics that you want me to talk about. As I've spoken about in my other videos, there is a shadow side to feminism. And I'm not saying that we should not be liberated, because I've said many times before, it also has caused for me to be able to talk about these topics. However, we do need to understand that wherever there is light, there is also shadow. The light that feminism has brought into the lives of women will also cast a shadow somewhere. And right now, this shadow is being cast on men. And this shadow is clear when it comes down to men being able to express their thoughts, their feelings, even unjust that they feel that is being done to them because of the feminist movement, because men can no longer express their feelings and experiences when unjust has been done to them, because there can be huge repercussions socially and professionally for men when they speak up about having been done unjust because of having experienced injustice due to feminism or because of the treatment by a woman. If a man speaks up about this openly, it can easily be blown up on social media. People can see him as sexist, or people can see him as a misogynist, hating women. Or he can just be seen as a weak man who's just out there whining about a woman who treated him badly. And not only from women, but also from other men that will judge this man for openly speaking up about his feelings and the hurt that he experienced. And this can be unjust treatment in the work field, but this can also be abuse. There's a lot of men that are being abused and used by women in this day and age. And it disgusts me because it's almost being romanticized on social media that we should use and abuse men. There are videos out there where women openly and proudly talk about how they used a man. And to me, that is abuse. I cannot believe this, because if a man would put out a video where he openly brags about how he used a woman, the world would be on fire. This man would be set ablaze. But if a woman does it, women support it. Like, this is how you should treat a man. They deserve it. I have no words for this. I understand that men are afraid to speak up openly about their feelings, about how they feel they're being treated right now, about the unjust that's being done to them. I can say this about this video, but if a man says something about this video, how this woman is using and abusing this man, he will be taken down in the comment section. If someone picks up on that in his personal life or in his professional life, that this man went viral or was a victim of an online witch hunt, then this man is done professionally. And I think we need to understand, as women, we are silencing them. They cannot speak up about these things when unjust is being done. So I'm doing this right now because I am a woman and I see this happen, and it's unhealthy, it's unfair, and we need to stop doing this. We need to stop hurting men and causing injustice to men and online abuse and bullying of men, disrespect of men online, and supporting that. It is toxic and it's disgusting. Please do understand, if a man speaks up about this injustice, they got something coming for them. They got a whole village of women coming after them with pitchforks and shovels. For this reason, men are not speaking up about the injustice that's been done to them. So they keep it to themselves. They bottle it up, and this causes anger and frustration. There is no stage for men right now to talk about their feelings and their emotions. Right now, women are taking the stage. Women have been silenced for decades, and now is the time for women to shine. At least that's how we see it as a society. So men feel like there's no space for them to express their emotions, to talk about how they feel within a relationship, but also on a societal scale. Men just have to suck it up. They have had decades to rule and to conquer and to do their thing, and now it's our time as women. Now it's our time to express our feelings and our emotions and how we truly feel, how hurt we are. Listen, I understand this. And I do think that we need to express this, but we have to understand that there needs to be a balance. Men also need a stage that they need to express their emotions too. Because if people do not express their emotion, men or women, it doesn't matter. You bottle it up and it becomes toxic, and at some point it will come out. And this is what we see in the rise of these unhealthy communities like Red Pill and men going their own way. And I'm not saying that every man who feels unheard and silenced will move into an unhealthy community like that. However, men are bottling things up and men are no longer expressing their emotions. If they have an opportunity to find a community or a group of men that understands them, then they will, because that's the space for them to express. And oftentimes, sadly, it is these online communities where there's a whole bunch of angry, frustrated men because they've never been able to express their emotions, who are finally experiencing being heard by fellow men who have been silenced by modern day society. So please, ladies, understand the importance of giving your man the space to express his needs, his feelings. It is okay for your man to feel weak sometimes. You have to offer your partner, your man, that vulnerable space. I think that we need to step away from this toxic idea altogether that men have to be stoic. Men always have to be strong. You have to offer a man within the relationship the space to be vulnerable, the space to be open with you. And this little lady who wants to be so masculine, this is exactly where you can use your masculine energy in the relationship. Be the support. Step into your masculine energy. Support him. Be there for him. Hold the framework that he has set up within the relationship. If you cannot offer your man this space, and when he shows vulnerability, you're disappointed. You see him as a weak man. This man will disconnect. He will bottle everything up, the frustration and the anger, and he will either take it out on others, on you, or on the internet in communities where he is hurt. You can help fight the hate against women and the frustration that men feel by offering your man the space to feel and the space to be vulnerable, because it is rare for men, especially in our current day and age, where they have a space where they can be vulnerable, where they can express themselves and where they can be with their emotions and admit that maybe they don't know at this time. We're all human. We all have moments that we do not know what we're doing and we don't know the right way, that we're confused, that we feel weak, that they feel abused, that they might feel treated unjust. We need to allow men to express this also at a societal scale, and not start a witch hunt or ridicule them online for expressing how they feel. These feelings are valid and we need to listen to each other. Men need to listen to women and women need to listen to men. If we do not do this, men will end up in these unhealthy communities where they hate women, but also end up in depression, suicide, and escapism, like drugs, like alcohol. Please understand the importance of offering another human the space to express without being judged. This is part of the healing of the masculine and feminine polarity within relationship, but also at a greater societal scale. We need to stop ridiculing people. Men, woman, doesn't matter. Stop ridiculing people and let people freely express their emotions and their feelings. They are as valid as your feelings right now in the feminist movement. If men's frustrations and expressions of emotions are not heard, some of these men will think the only way to be heard is to move into red pill societies or to go into movements like men going their own way. And these are movements that are against women and are against connection with women. We as women can offer a counteract to this. We can offer men the space to be heard, to express themselves without judging them. And I don't mean this only in relationship, but also in online communities, within friendships, within family dynamics, also at a larger societal scale. Understand that if we do not allow men to express themselves, they will retract. They will go inward, which will grow into frustration and anger. And this has to come out at some point. And we need to understand that it is not the time to silence men. It is not the time for women to just speak up. It is the time for men and women to speak up and to listen to each other, to hear each other out, and to understand each other. Where can I try to put myself in their shoes? Where can I try to meet them? I felt unheard for a long time, and you do too. I know how that feels. It does not matter if you're a man or a woman. We need to stop ridiculing people online for their emotions and pushing people into unhealthy communities. It's the same with women who move into communities that hate on men. It is enough. We need to stop this now, and we need to start listening to men, and men need to start listening to us. Let's just try and respect each other. For God's sake, we need each other. A man needs a woman, and a woman needs a man. And what we're now doing is we're creating such a huge divide, and social media is just making it worse. We move into these echo chambers where we think that we find these people that affirm our ideas, but this is just toxic because we're just in the same bubble and we're being confirmed by people who think the same way. So we're just going down this unhealthy rabbit hole and moving further and further away from each other, while we need to try and look at each other and try to understand each other. So don't silence men. Don't ridicule them. Their emotions, their feelings are valid. And you as a conscious woman can make this choice to give a man that space. I went on a rant again. It's one of those days, but I am really upset and hurt about the developments right now within the masculine feminine dynamics and between men and women. But thank you for sticking around. I hope this video was helpful or valuable. If it was, please give it a like and subscribe. Leave me a comment. Tell me about what you want to hear more about or topics that you want me to talk about. If you want to deep dive on these topics, on masculine feminine dynamics and why they're so important and why we need to shift our view of each other, please check out the pinned comment in the description below, where I have a playlist with all of my videos regarding this topic. If you found this video interesting, you should definitely check out this video right here, because it's a nice addition to this topic and I think you will find it very interesting. Also, share this video with a person that you think needs to hear this message. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your support, and I'll see you again soon.